live video two times in a day, I should say. And yeah, this is actually being titled as Fat Guy Cooks Beer with Steak, but it's actually going to be part of the Clueless Eats or Clueless Eats or Eating with Clueless, whatever I called that stupid series where I cover food as well as beer. And I think this is actually the first proper cooking with beer sort of video that I've done. Nothing super spectacular, something that pretty much anybody can do. I'd imagine if you can cook a steak, then you can cook what I'm about to try today. So this is more of a sort of inspired recipe from stuff that I've been reading online. I was looking at maybe a beer-infused peppercorn sauce or like a really intense beer reduction for steak. So it's sort of like an in-between. So there's no real influence, I suppose, but it's probably something that you've seen plenty of times before, but I thought I'd give it a go. And yeah, I will apologise beforehand if there are any live comments. I probably won't get around to reading them because I'll be too busy, because I do tend to panic a little bit when I'm cooking. Plus, it's a really hard thing to do, to read comments on that screen. Plus, as you may have seen earlier today, they're a bit of a pain in the arse because they don't last. So yeah, cooking with beer, essentially, ladies and gentlemen. Please excuse the manly belly today. We're going to be cooking a lovely steak. Can't remember what cut of steak that is, but it certainly looks nice, doesn't it? So we're going to be cooking that. Very simple for the steak itself, just some salt, pepper and a little bit of oak smoked rapeseed oil. So yeah, just going to put that on just before I begin frying off the steak. And I do like mine, would it be classed as medium rare? I don't know, it might be a bit more on the medium side. But I basically like to have my steak cooked on both sides about 2 to 3 minutes each side. I know that's sacrilege to a lot of people, but at least I'm not one of these people who cooks it for like 6 minutes on each side, because yeah, what an insult to the animal that was butchered, that you're going to cook it in that way. But at least I'm not that much of a human scumbag, although I probably am in other extents, especially if you look at my pornography history. Anyway, so keeping it professional, and as all good professional beer drinkers do, I've got a can of beer which I had in the freezer to chill down. Don't worry, it's not ice cold, it's just I needed to chill it down quickly so I could get this video done. And we're going to be drinking the unfiltered lager from And Union, and we're going to be drinking it in the And Union glass. So I think it's only fair and only right that I get the beer poured and give it a taste before we continue. I'm not going to be cooking with this beer, this is purely just because when I do cook, I like to drink as I'm cooking, and god damn, I look so big. Because I am so big, I need to get rid of this. This doesn't help, and eating steak with a beer sauce and cream doesn't help either. No veggies on this recipe. I'm a man of simple means. Although sometimes I do enjoy steak with some asparagus. I think that's a really nice combination. What else do I like? Broccoli sometimes, but it's in the freezer. I can't be asked defrosting it, and I know you can cook from frozen, but I'm just in the mood for a simple steak with a bit of sauce, that's all. And that'll do me until I have a packet of crisps, then 2 more packets of crisps, and a bite into a block of cheese. One of those might be a falsehood. I'll let you come to your own conclusions. But yeah, beer's looking fantastic. It is one of my favourite lagers, actually. It's no Augustina, but that's quite a feat to be better than that, because it is pretty much the best beer in the world. But this is really damn good. It's a beautiful, beautiful beer. So good, so good. So the beer that we're going to be using to make our sauce, which I might as well get the pan on so I can let it reduce, is from Birra Moretti. It's probably shown reversed on screen, but it's the Gelari Antici. I can't decipher. I should have looked it up. I was having trouble earlier. I should have looked it up when I was getting ready for this video, but I'm a Clueless drinker. Fucking hell. Presentation means nothing to me. Or preparation. Well, presentation obviously doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, I did a review of this. I really enjoyed it actually for a strong 8% lager. It had Doppelbock vibes, but there was a bit of like spiciness to it, and I think it's classed as a classed as a specialty grain beer as well. But yeah, it was really nice. And I thought when I was drinking it that this would be a really good beer to cook with, not just in like, oh, I'll make a steak and ale pie, which is really good by the way. I do make a really good steak and ale pie, just putting it out there. And any single ladies watching this, you're about to see a thing of magic before your very eyes. Yes, all two probably middle-aged women who watch my channel, but hey, who am I to, what's the word? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to be using onions for this because I just do not like onions, unless they're red onions, but we don't have red onions. So what I'm going to very quickly do is, as that's getting a little bit hotter, in a frying pan, got a bit of butter, and I'll go through the other ingredients in a little while. So, a bit of butter in the pan. I'm making this up as I go along, so please do not shout at me. So I'm going to do that. That's going to get a little bit warmer. And what I'm going to do is just 2 whole garlic cloves. Let's crush them. Shouldn't put the knife away. Going to use this bottle opener to crush them. Hygiene, obviously. So, crush. Should have used the raised blade I used for cocaine, but unfortunately I don't have it to hand. And that's crackling away. So that hand top, that's getting hot quick. Just going to pop them in there. So I'm going to caramelise them. You're probably thinking why? It's probably not going to make much of a difference. I don't care. I'm not a chef. I'm a cook. Not spelled C-U-C-K, by the way. And it's getting warm in this kitchen already, so I might have to go full stomach and get my hoodie off. But yeah, so that's going to do its thing. In fact, I'm just going to put the beer in there straight away. Look at that. I don't need to use all of it because it's just one piece of steak, but it will reduce hopefully. But yeah, Birra Moretti. Big surprise with this beer. So should have worn my shirt and bow tie. Done a bit of a Keith Floyd tribute. But as that's coming to the boil, what I'm going to have in that sauce is obviously salt, pepper, a little bit of parsley towards the end so it doesn't completely dilate the flavour of the parsley, some chopped ginger, and maybe a spoon or so of whole grain mustard, and of course single cream. So let's get that mixed around. So what I'm going to do is, and that's smelling musky already, going to let that reduce because it shouldn't take that long really. I'm not going to be cooking the sauce for too long, so that means I can get the steak done and rested. Probably going to rest it for about 10 minutes or so, and then obviously the warmth from the sauce will make sure I'm not just biting into a cold steak, because that would be a mistake. So yeah, we're going to let that reduce down. Helps if you just leave it be. So I'll see if we've by chance had any comments. I don't believe we have. Oh yes we have. From Terry, from Terry's Quick Beer Reviews. Hello Mr. Clueless. How you doing, Terry? Hope you're doing good, my friend. I saw that you uploaded a video today, but not got round to watching it, but I shall do after this. And yeah, I'll probably end up watching YouTube while I'm eating my steak. But yeah, if anybody's cooking along with Clueless, that means so many different things. If you are cooking yourself, then feel free to let me know what you're doing in the comments. If you have anything to drink on this Sunday evening, then we'll do that. We'll talk about that as well. But yeah, that's reducing nicely. So I'm thinking, should I start the steak now, or should I wait a little bit for that to do it? I don't know. As I said, just winging it with this. And also I'll be putting a little bit of butter in the sauce as well, just to help enrichen it. But yeah. See, my philosophy with steak is, if it's a good steak, you really don't have to do much to it. And that's why I just go for a very basic salt and vinegar. I was going to say, imagine that, salt and vinegar steak. That's why I do tend to go for a salt and pepper steak, just because the quality of the meat will shine through, and the flavours should also shine through. And in fact, I'm going to take my hoodie off, because I'm even chafing and sweating in between my legs now. That's never a good thing. You just keep an eye on that for me while I put this out in. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, 2 minutes past 7 as I'm recording this. It's never too late for steak. So that is coming along nicely. I'm letting that garlic infuse into the sauce more than anything else. But look out for Peter on MasterChef at no point in the future. But yeah, so if you're watching this, what are some of your favourite recipes or meals to make with beer? I'd love to hear it, because I'd love to do a bit more of this sort of stuff on the channel. I'm thinking, you know, just do it every now and then. I know Simon Martin's doing a lot of the food pairings and stuff like that. But people have done that before that, and I've even dabbled with it, so I don't feel guilty about doing this sort of stuff. It's tasting good. I'm thinking already that I've probably put a bit too much beer in this, because that's actually taking a little bit too long. Although no, not really. It's pulling along with the spoon, so it's not just purely liquid. The only thing is, there seems to be residue sticking to the centre of the pan, which leads me to the conclusion that whoever's used this pan last didn't clean it properly. And that's why I don't let these fuckers in this house clean my glassware. So yeah, steak is pretty much at room temperature. And what I'm going to do actually is, because as I said, I do like to rest it for a little while. I think I might begin with the steak. So I'm using a griddle pan for that. Using a little bit of this oak smoked extra virgin rapeseed oil from Yorkshire. Yorkshire's original. Grown, pressed and bottled by the Kilbees in Collingham, West Yorkshire. So, just a little bit, don't want too much. God, that's quite vibrant. Didn't realise it was that yellow. So put that away. Oh, should I put notes? That's enough. You don't get too oily. But look at that. That's really quite yellow. Anyway. You know, people are like, yeah, duh, no shit, it's rapeseed oil. There we go. So that's coming along really nicely, actually. And in fact, I think I may be able to turn that down so we don't overdo it, don't make it too bitter. But yeah. Let me see if we've had any comments. Live chat. No, last comment was from Terry. Much appreciated, my friend. What should I put in next? I'm going to keep the garlic in there. I think we should begin diluting that. So, I'll let it cool down a little bit because I don't want to split the cream. But that is reduced ridiculously. That's very much a syrupy concoction. Hopefully that'll have loads of flavour. And what I am going to do is the juices from the steak as well, I'm going to put into the sauce, so no flavour gets left behind. But yeah, I do enjoy cooking. One thing I do love making is pizzas. That being said, I love frozen pizzas, I love restaurant pizzas, I like good takeaway pizzas, and I really enjoy making pizzas. In fact, I bought a pizza stone, which I've hardly used, because I've not actually made pizza from scratch for a while now. So let's cover that pan. Don't want to put it on too early, for obvious reasons. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a bit of this in first. Or should I put the cream in first? I think it's better if I put the cream in first. Well, I need a couple of spoons for the mustard and the ginger, because I do not want to cross-contaminate. So, blend of buttermilk and vegetable oil, pour over pudding in. So, blend of buttermilk and vegetable oil, pour over pudding in. Swirl soup or add a splash to your scrambled eggs. I'm not too sure if single cream's good for a steak sauce. This is pretty much almost like a peppercorn sauce without the peppercorns, isn't it? Because I'm not... Yeah, crispy bits there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour cream in there. It's probably a bit too much cream, but oh well. I can never have too much cream. So let that cook round. Yeah, there must be something with this pan, because right in the centre, it's just not looking right. Don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, it is nice and creamy. Look at that. So that's mixing round nicely. Put that back in the fridge. I don't know where to go. There you are. Nothing too exciting with this, I know, but oh well. Then we've got some whole grain mustard. Put a nice dollop in there. Let's be generous. And just for a little bit of a zing, don't use that accent, we're going to put a little bit of chopped ginger in marinade. Don't know what marinade is, but that smells good. Give that a little bit of a mix around. Don't want that much, Jesus. There we go. So, we can always add more cream if needed, or maybe dilute it with a little bit of water, that sort of stuff. We shall see. So that's bubbling, and I'm going to mix that around. We'll season it towards the end. Could have probably used a smaller frying pan for the sauce, but oh well. And that whole grain mustard is sort of giving the impression that it could well be a peppercorn sauce. I mean, I could actually take the peppercorns out of this, but I'm not. Because I don't like biting into peppercorns, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's coming around nicely. Think that is ready to go. So just a very quick season of salt. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit too salty though. What was I watching? It was on Thirsty Feast. Where they went to a restaurant, and they pretty much covered, I can't remember what cut of beef it was, but they pretty much covered it in salt. Loads of pepper on mine. And wash my hands because I'm going to rub it in. Okay, where's the tea towel? There it is. Tongs as well. So nice rub in like that. I miss this. Hello. Hello, naughty. So what we're going to do is put it straight on there. 2 minutes. Rinse you off. I mean, I know if the sauce isn't going to work, then at least the steak should be good. Yeah, that sauce is actually coming on really nicely. It's not too much, that's what I like about it. Tenderize it a little bit. Apologies to any vegans. Sorry, not sorry. Let's see. Any more comments? Not a lover of steak, rather have a sausage. Do you know what, Tony? Terry. Do you know what, Terry? Sorry, mate. Sausage would be lovely right now. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I love steak, but I don't like having it too often. So I just want to get all that oil on the pan. That sauce can be turned down again to 2. Don't want it too much. It's thickening up a little bit actually. So what I'm probably going to do is, I'm probably to give it a little bit more liquid, because I just want to add water to it. Let's give it a little bit more cream, not too much though. I don't want it to be like the main flavour, I want it to actually have some sort of personality. And I'm probably going to deglaze this pan with a bit of this. And then put it into the beer as well, into the sauce. That's looking good. So that's the first part of that. Hello. No. Got to season it. Amateur hour. Give it 2 minutes. Well, yeah, it's like, I don't know how anyone who at some point in their life enjoyed meat and then decides, I could do without meat. Don't get it. Just do not get it. Let's see, these beer, let's see what we've got. Mr. Proper One says, what beer are you drinking, mate? I'm drinking unfiltered lager from And Union. Fantastic stuff, you can get in some supermarkets now. And then Dean Spiritual says, no, you've got to bounce around like Gordon Ramsay, mate. I'm too big to bounce around on camera. Wrong sort of website for that. But there we go. That. Don't do it too much because I don't want to toughen it. But yeah, that's coming along nice. Needs just a little bit of liquid, I would say. Jesus. I'll tell you where I am warm. Feels silky smooth down there. Too much information, Peter, too much. So what I'll do is get some tin foil so I can rest it. I probably won't be resting it for 10 minutes. No need. 5 or so minutes should do. It should be no problem. Okay, so that's that side done. Let's see, oh, that was looking lovely. So what I'm going to do is just finish it off. Look at that. It's just coming apart. Look at that big piece of fat in the middle. Let's see. Just want to get a bit more crust on it. It's fucking raw! Bit of Gordon Ramsay there for you, Dean. Look at that. It's all come apart now. So. People probably thinking, hey, what are you doing? Take it off. Well, I need to seal the sides in. So I get a good experience all round. And it's still got loads of bounce to it. Look at that. Get it up, yeah. So I'll put you there, and then you'll just finish off this piece. Need to give that a mix, because it's bubbling up now. Yeah, that's becoming too thick. It's almost splitting now. Timing has never been my strongest point. That is for damn sure. We'll look at nice sides. I just want to get this fatty bit round up a bit more. See if I could hold these properly. Yeah, that'll do. So, that's all sorted. We finish off the sauce, which is coming a little bit, it's almost like honeycomb. Let's see, the comments, live chat please. And then Dean and Terry saying hello to each other, that's what it's all about. So, let's deglaze the pan a bit. Get some juice. In fact, because we need to put butter in there anyway, probably not the best way to do this. Does man care? Man does not. A little bit of butter in there as well, if it comes off the fucking knife. Apologies about bad language. Do get a little bit stressed. I once got so angry when I was cooking, it was just on my own, where I told someone to get the fuck out of my kitchen, I'll take over. It was just me in the kitchen. Okay, let's put that in there, like that, let's get those juices, and I will put the juice, ow, over the heat, put the juices in there. Let's get rid of that so it's easy to wash up. There we are. And yeah, let's get this bit of the mix. It's gone really thick actually. Probably not the best sauce ever. But I will be tasting it before I potentially ruin a good steak. So let's just have a quick catch up on comments. Still the same. Thank you for sitting through this, by the way. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, excuse me. Let's see. I mean, there's enough there for a beer, for a steak. Just like, don't want it to be too bitter, that's all. Cook along with Clueless every Sunday. There we go. The people ask for it, the people will get it. Probably not. But, yeah, so that's that. This sauce has gone from a sauce into that. But still looks good. It smells good. think it's about time I put a little bit of parsley in there. Probably could just finish off the meal, the sauce with that, as opposed to putting it in now, so you can still actually taste the parsley. But yeah, so let's give that a mix around. Yeah, it's almost got like a skin on it now, but oh well. It's not about how it looks; it's about how it tastes. Let's get rid of the piece of garlic in there. They've long since done their job, and we'll actually taste it while I'm doing this as well. Thank you, garlic. Thank you for your service. Okay, where's the other piece then? There it is. You stealthy little shyster. There we are. Put that in there as well. So, let's have a taste of the sauce. It's not too bad, not too bad. Just needs pepper, a bit of pepper, white pepper, and just a few cracks of salt. There we go. Let's give that a bit of a mix. Okay, that's it. I don't know what it needs, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Evening sexy. Hi Rob. I will not honour that with a reply. It's very inappropriate, Rob. Hope you're doing well though, my friend. Coming towards the end of cooking with Clueless. So, should I put this out now? I don't think the steak has rested enough for my own personal tastes. Although it has been about 5 minutes. And I should rest it for about 10. But, oh well. So, should we just do it? Let's get the steak. Ooh, some nice juices have formed, which will go into the sauce. It's got a nice texture, we'll give it that. Very nice texture, in fact. And we will mix that into the, oh, look at that. There is something so satisfying about meat juice. Get your mind out of the gutter. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just people throw that stuff away and it's like, what are you doing? The best gravies are made with either bone marrow. If you don't have the bone marrow, then if you're doing a steak or a bit of like a beef, roast beef, right, don't throw away the juices. And the veg, make a nice gravy out of it or a sauce. Anyway, so I think that's ready. So let's plate that up after I've wiped whatever on my face. That's what the steak looks like. Probably not being presented as best in the best way possible on camera. And then I waste so much cutlery when I'm cooking. So I'm just rinsing off a spoon, drying it, and using it for something else. I was talking about people who like to do that with cups earlier on my previous stream. Don't drizzle it. Put it on. Just cover that steak. See, I don't usually. If I have steak, I just have steak. I don't usually have a sauce. Peppercorn sauce, never been a big fan of. But that is gloopy as hell. Looking good. I think the sauce is a little bit overcooked because you can see that it has split slightly, but oh well. Such is life. Imagine a cooking show like that where the person cooking it was just so pessimistic. And it reflected in the cooking. I'd watch that cooking show. So yeah. Let's get that No, no, no. I've got to present it nicely. No, oh god, how am I gonna? I should have. Oh no, I can't get a thumbnail. I'll do that when I've taken a bit. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sauce, not exactly what I wanted it to be. Excuse me. I'm a hot, sweaty mess. I know. Something in the back of my throat. Not sure what that is. So yeah, let's have a quick taste of this. Let's take a piece from here. Oh, suck it there. Yeah, won't be chewing that part. But the steak itself, a little bit too overdone, actually, from my liking. Still not too bad, actually. Yeah, not bad. So we'll take a little bit of that steak, and you'll watch me eat. The steak's fantastic, if I do say so myself. Where's that fat gone? So don't eat that, because I don't think that's cooked properly. Well, it's cooked, but it will be chewy anyway. I always make that stupid laugh when I eat and not enjoying it. Like, that sort of stuff. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I've got to say, not too bad. Considering I didn't take any measurements. Another piece. Nice bit of sauce on there. Yeah, it works. The sauce on its own, right? So just give you a bit. The sauce on its own could be a little bit bitter, but with the steak, what happened to my voice? But with the steak, it complements it perfectly. It really, really does. Was it the best beer to use? Probably not. But I could have done a lot worse. Not too bitter. And yeah, that's tasting pretty good. So if that's inspired you to do your own steak with beery cream sauce, then fantastic. My job here is done. But gonna just read the comments and then end this here, and then I'll get this all titled up properly, of course. Let's see. So, like a bulldog chewing a wasp, and I think that's the comment to end the stream on. So thank you for sitting through this. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. And for the people watching afterwards, hope you enjoyed this video as well. Any thoughts, opinions, recommendations, suggestions for recipes, or what you like to use beer with, I'd love to do it like a nice chili con carne, or like a really dark, intense sauce with doppelbock for like a sauerbraten or something like that. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? But yeah, for an impromptu, off-the-cuff cooking show, I've never made this before. I've cooked steak plenty of times, but making a sauce without no real direction. As I said, any single ladies watching this, as you can see, I'm presented professionally, and I will be able to. You bring the cantillons, I'll bring the steak. There we go. So thank you for watching another episode of this, doing it live this time, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy that, but I think I need another beer to complement it, and I don't really think I have any. Oh well. Cheers guys, thank you to everyone who's commented, thank you to Terry, thank you to, thank you to Rob, thank you to Dean, and thank you to, let me get back onto the comments, the misanthropic one, And yeah, thank you for sticking around. So 40 minutes it took me to make this. It doesn't take that long if you're not talking to a camera, I suppose. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bon appetit.